Have you ever walked past a building under construction and noticed a giant crane sitting on top? For months, it becomes part of the skyline, something you stop questioning, something that just feels normal to see. Then one day the building is finished, the windows are in place, the walls are sealed, and the crane is gone. No noise, no trace, no explanation. So how do engineers remove something that massive from the top of a completed building without causing damage? The answer is more interesting than you might expect. Let's find out, right here on Simple Why. To understand how a crane comes down, we first need to understand what it really is. A tower crane is a machine built to lift heavy materials during construction. It can raise loads of tens of tons and move them hundreds of meters into the air. Without it, building the tall structures that shape modern cities would be almost impossible. The idea of lifting heavy objects goes back to ancient times. Early cranes existed in ancient Rome, using simple systems of ropes and pulleys powered by people or animals. Over many centuries, the design improved step by step. By the 20th century, cranes became large steel machines powered by electric motors. They could reach heights that people in ancient times could never imagine. But here is something most people never notice. Tower cranes are not placed on top of buildings from the beginning. They actually grow together with the structure. As each new floor is completed, the crane climbs higher using a hydraulic system. New sections are added to its vertical mast, one piece at a time. It always stays just above the highest finished level. You can picture it like a tree growing through the building, rising floor by floor until the work is done. But this is where things become interesting. When construction is finally complete, the crane is still standing on top, and getting it down becomes a problem with no obvious solution. At this point, the building is completely sealed. The walls are finished, the glass is installed, the roof is closed, and the crane is still standing high on top. You cannot simply bring another crane from the ground. No ground crane is tall or strong enough to reach that height. You also cannot lower the entire crane in one piece. It weighs hundreds of tons, and the risk would be extremely high. This creates what engineers call a classic paradox. You need the crane to build the building. But once the building is complete, the crane is basically trapped on top. It is like building a ship inside a glass bottle. You can assemble it piece by piece, but once it is complete, taking it out becomes the real challenge. And here is something most people do not know. The solution, in principle, is surprisingly simple. But carrying it out takes many days of careful, quiet work, high above the city. The core idea is simple. If something is too large to move, you reduce it step by step. The process begins with the tower crane performing its final task. It lifts the parts of a much smaller crane called a derrick crane. Workers assemble this smaller crane right on top of the building. From that moment, the derrick crane takes over the job. The first components to be removed are the counterweights. These are large concrete blocks at the back of the crane that keep the structure balanced. This step requires absolute care and precision. If the blocks are removed in the wrong order, the crane can lose balance. At that height, losing balance means serious danger. Each block is lifted slowly and placed safely on the roof before moving to the next one. Next comes the jib, the long horizontal arm that extends outward. Because of its length, it cannot be removed in one piece. It is taken apart section by section, with each part lowered and secured carefully. After the jib, the operator's cabin and mechanical parts are removed. Then the vertical mast is dismantled from top to bottom. Each section is taken down one at a time until the once massive crane is reduced to smaller, manageable pieces. But here's what surprises most people. The process does not end there. At this point, only the derrick crane remains on the rooftop. A smaller lifting device is then used to take apart the derrick crane itself. The remaining parts are moved down through the building. They are carried using freight elevators, stairways, or broken down further if needed. In some cases, cranes are designed to partially dismantle themselves. These models can retract their mast sections, slowly lowering their height. Once they are low enough, a standard mobile crane on the ground can remove the remaining parts. And in special situations such as remote locations or buildings with limited access, heavy lift helicopters are used. They carry crane components away from the rooftop. This method is expensive and complex, but it has been used in mountainous regions like Canada and Switzerland, where no other option is practical. At this point, you might think the hardest part is simply the size of the crane. But the real challenge is something most people never consider: the environment. At the top of a skyscraper, wind becomes a serious enemy. Strong winds at high altitudes can move heavy steel parts without warning. This can quickly turn a controlled operation into a dangerous situation. That is why dismantling usually happens only in calm weather conditions. Most of the work is done at night or early in the morning when wind speeds are lower. There is also the factor of time. Even with a trained and efficient crew, taking down a large tower crane can take several days. Each step is done carefully, one piece at a time. Every movement is planned, checked, and controlled before it happens. So when you see a crane disappear from the skyline, it is not a quick action. It is the result of a slow and precise process carried out quietly high above you, while the rest of the city continues as usual. So the next time you walk past a construction site and see a crane standing tall on the skyline, you will know it did not simply appear there, and it will not simply disappear either. Every crane that vanishes from the skyline is the result of days of careful, quiet work. A massive machine, taken apart piece by piece, moved down through elevators and stairways, and quietly removed while most of the city never notices. Sometimes the most impressive engineering work is the part you never see. What surprised you the most about this process? Let us know in the comments below. Thank you for watching. If you have an idea for our next video, share it with us, and we will give you credit. Thanks for being with Simple Why. Do not forget to like, subscribe, and we will see you in the next story behind everyday things.